Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. It is feeding time. Feed me, Seymour. There we go. We're just topping off some of the nutrient here in our hydroponics because they're looking kind of sad. I did have a faulty switch. I was gone out of town for a couple of days, and so that might be the problem, but my romaine lettuce is looking flaccid. Nobody likes limp lettuce, gentlemen. So what I'm doing is giving them a boost of kelp and some of my Southern Ag 20-20-20, as well as a little bit of micronutrients. So hopefully that will take care of the problem. You can see we've already got our tomatoes that are coming in. I will show you. This is some of our green romaine lettuce. I'll pull it out so you can see. Root system is really nice. It's coming in. Spin us around so we can have some real light. There we go. So the root system is coming in really nice. I'm using peat, and these guys seem to be doing good. The color is nice and vibrant, but like I said, they're a little bit flaccid, a little limp. So we're going to give them a jump start because I need these guys to start coming in, because these are going to be our winter salads through the winter weather and holidays. Also, these are going to be our tomatoes through the winter weather and the holidays. And I'm getting ready to go ahead and put in a bunch of plants right here. You can see these guys. Probably need to go out and plant these guys, actually. More to come. Hey guys, now we're back. And we're going to be moving some plants around, repositioning everything. Some of the plants, these guys, have grown out enough, butternut squash, that they're going out into the garden. And some of our beans, our scarlet runner beans, yeah, I know my hair's pretty, how about that, are out there already. Actually, quite a bit. 18 or 20 plants that are plant mounds that are coming in, so it's great. Some I'm going to grow indoors. I just want to see how well they do indoors. Will we be able to produce? Will we be able to have viable male and female plants to where they can fertilize and produce fruit? Because, that's the whole object of it. Now, I am doing a little bit of stuff to give them a jump start. Remember all the corn cobs we had from when we put away those 3 bushels of corn. I saved them all, and I put them in the wheelbarrow and let them sit, and they are ripe. They're on the back part of the property, but that was the plan, because these things are going to be fantastic because they hold moisture so well. I can't remember who mentioned this to me. I think maybe Danny from Deep South Homesteads had mentioned this, that he knew someone that had done this. You cut a corn cob in half. And if I'm wrong, then my apologies, but this is not my original idea. I heard this somewhere. I just can't remember from whom. But these things hold moisture, and then the beauty of it, they decompose. So they are adding nutrients back into the ground. Corn takes a lot of nutrient to grow. A lot of that's in the cobs. So as the cobs rot, it's going to go back into the ground and into my plants. Here is where we are going to plant our scarlet runner beans. Scarlet runner beans in this location are considered perennial. They grow year-round. So I've got them growing outside now, and I'll put up some permanent trellises, knock on wood, and then I will put some downstairs in the grow area, and we are shifting all that over to the other side, so it will be a process. But I thought it was going to be a really cool experiment. So if you get some corn cobs from the grocery store, or some corn on the cob from the grocery store, save them, jam them down into your plants, and you have a natural reservoir of moisture. More to come. Okay, guys. Yeah. We're on our new tripod with the, what do they call those things? Beauty lights, the round lights that do all the different stuff and everything. And I know, yes, I know the beauty light and all that stuff is really silly. And they really don't work because honestly, I can't get much prettier. Seriously though. What we're doing is exactly this. One thing, since we're planting these guys inside, indoors, downstairs, it's going to be a lot lighter. Now, we're just going to add dirt till we come up to maybe 2 inches from the top of the 5-gallon bucket. I have a metal feed pan. We're going to put under it. We're going to drill some holes. What size holes? How many holes? We're going to drill a bunch. And, you know, about that size. About that size right there is what we're going to do. So this is not that scientific. And I'll put them downstairs, and then I will probably put a tomato cage in these, and we'll see how they go. I'll show you the finished product. More to come. Okay, guys, you can see this. I want you to see the root ball. Now, I know planting bean seed this way is less than ideal. But with all of the things that have been going on with our seeds, I just wanted to be sure that these things were going to come up. Now these guys, hang on, I'll tell you. Can't remember the 7th, the 14th. These beans are 16 days old. How about that? So, I think we have a really good growing medium. And these things are, I'm going to say 2.5 feet tall. We're going to have to really make sure that we fertilize these things well. Now, why do this inside? You know, Darren, you say these are going to be great for your zone, and you don't have to. Why do it? Well, why not? I'd like to try it. No one knows what is growing inside your house. So this might be an ideal thing to do. And I know people are going to say, well, it's going to use a lot of electricity. It'll use some. And for those people, how about that root system, who are concerned about that, I would tell them it uses about as much electricity as a television set, the lights. So, my suggestion would be to turn off your television. Don't turn off your internet because you can't watch me. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back. I'm going to put 3 to a 5-gallon bucket. I'm going to drill in the holes, like I said. How many holes, what size holes? A bunch, and they're going to be about that big. All that to say this, it ain't no rocket surgery. And that light bar circle thing does work. I think I'm prettier now than I was earlier. But we're getting these things set aside. Now, kick in the butt, one of the downsides to this, we're doing this in an inside grow room or a grow system that is enclosed, or we're doing it in like a row tent. I may end up having to pollinate these myself, which I did on the last batch I had. I know how to do it. You just get the little fine paintbrush and you go out and you and you go from one to the other. So that's no big deal. But I did want us to go ahead and address it. And I'm going to get the cage, tomato cage, to go over the top of it. Not going to put it on until I get it downstairs. I'll show you the finished product. I am, one thing I am going to do, I've got the pan, but I am going to place this on an insulated rubber mat. Not because I believe all the weird, crazy things that people do about concrete floors and batteries and all that stuff, but concrete is a really big heat sink. And it's going to, even in summer, especially in winter, because I ran into this problem when I was germinating plants in February down in my basement. We really need an insulating layer between whatever's cold air drawing heat out, because this stuff, I have stuff in here that's going to be decaying, so it's going to be a little bit warmer. Well, she goes, it's okay, it's not a problem per se. We are really going to have to stay on top of our nutrients, and I might do some sort of drip irrigation. The goal is to grow an abundance of food downstairs. Why did I choose beans? Well, they're protein, and you know, they store easily once you do it, and they're pretty easy to grow. I've done a lot of reading and research on growing them indoors. Could I do them in hydroponics? Roundabout, I guess I could. I'm going to start with what I'm more familiar with, and I'm going to expand out, because, you know, I like to do the crazy stuff, like growing stuff in, you know, and I've done videos of where I grew stuff in old bags of tea, kept the tea bag wet, and germinated plants in it, you know, that kind of stuff. So this is just something I'm thinking of doing. I'll take a finished picture, do a little quick video, because I'm just rambling, kind of talking now. But right now, when things are still quasi-normal, this is when you want to do your experimenting and you want to learn. Take as many notes as you can from as many sources as you can get. Download as much stuff as you can. Buy as many hard copies of everything. I've got a copy of World Book Encyclopedias down in my basement. 1976 edition. Hey, don't hate. But I have a complete set, including addendums. So I have reference material, mechanical books, go to the thrift stores, medical books, EMT, paramedic, nursing studies, you know, that kind of thing. Engineering, mechanical engineering, hell, electrical engineering. That goes a long way. Gardening, you know, anything you can get your hands on. I think it will be helpful. We'll go downstairs now. Okay, guys, now, I know it doesn't look like much. It's a 5-gallon bucket with a tomato cage, grow lights, survival blanket behind it. This works, this grows, and it's cheap. You can do it, you can duplicate it. There's insulating mat. This is for a weightlifting room. I bought it, a box of them at the thrift store for $5. You can use car floor mats or anything. Think of anything, you can use it. But it is insulating. That's what I wanted. We have good dirt. We have good light. We're on a timer, 14 hours on, 10 hours off. We have really good food, nutrients. We have a good reservoir internally. We have our corn cobs that are going to be rotting throughout the season. Now, I did damage 1 or 2 of these guys, I bent them when I was carrying them down the steps. The way it is, you know, that's just transplanting things you're really supposed to plant in the ground and grow from there. We'll see how these things do. I did not fill it all the way up purposefully, because as the season progresses, what I'm going to do is I'm going to top it off with cool manure. Think of like rabbit poop or cooked chicken poop, or really good mulch that I make. So that way, as the season progresses, we can fill it up and incorporate new material into it. So that's it, guys. I'm going to do the other one. If I can find a crappy 5-gallon bucket. I don't want to use my good 5-gallon buckets. I don't want to use my going to church 5-gallon buckets. I want to use my old regular old everyday sinning 5-gallon buckets. There's actually a difference. You know, one is more of a food grade, and actually one is clean, as opposed to the stuff I pick up off the interstate. We'll have 3 plants in each. I'll put a fan in here. Perhaps we can get a little bit of cross-pollination. That's my thought. Again, it's always a grand experiment. Take care of your people.